Hey guys, welcome to stretch. We're going to start off on the floor to begin with. Just crossing the legs, just sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back, just thinking about lengthening all the way up through the spine. And then we're just going to come in to some shoulder rolls, drawing the shoulders all the way up to the ears, back, and then drawing them back down towards the floor. Just taking a few shoulder rolls, going backwards, just to loosen off any tension we might be holding in the neck. And then we're just going to come in the other direction, drawing those shoulders up towards the ears and round. Good. Okay, just relax down there, just coming into a nice position with the head. We're just going to gently tilt the head over to the right side. Feeling that stretch down the side of the neck. Gently bring it back into the middle. And then taking the head over to the other side. Feeling that nice gentle pull. Just using the weight of the head. Stretching the neck. And then we're just going to come back into center. And then we're just going to tuck the chin in towards the chest and just let the head, the weight of the head come down. Not holding on to anything here, just feeling the top of the neck, the back there, slight little pull through the top of the shoulders. And then we're just going to gently roll the head over to the right side. Ear towards the shoulder, rolling the head back into center and over to the other side. And we're just going to do a few more rolls here, just nice and gently. Just little rolls forwards, making sure there's no tension anywhere in the back. Just loosening that neck off. And then just gently bring the head back into the middle and just give everything a little wiggle around there. Okay, now we're just going to come round onto our back. So just gently lying down, bringing both knees in towards the chest. Giving yourself a nice big hug, drawing the nose up towards the knees, coming to a nice tight ball here. While you're holding this position, just think about not holding any tension anywhere else. Relaxing the arms, relax the shoulders, make sure the head's nice and relaxed. Gently lower the head back down to the floor, so we've just got the whole of our back onto the floor now. And keeping hold of the legs, just gently rocking from side to side. Just getting a bit of mobility in the back here. Circles going in one direction. And then circles going in the opposite direction. Then starting to rock all the way back onto the shoulders and up onto the sit bones, catching yourself on those glutes. Try not to go all the way forwards, using that core to catch that position there. Just gently rocking back and forth. Giving the back a bit of a massage here. And then on the next roll, up, just gently place the feet down and then come round onto the knees. Placing both knees underneath the hips and then the hands just underneath the shoulders. And we're just going to take some cat-cow stretches here. So we're going to draw the tummy button out towards the sky. Drawing that tummy button in, tucking the head under, and then reversing that position, drawing that stomach towards the floor, and then drawing the head up through, arching that back, getting that stretch through the back there, and then just coming back into that cow. And then just going through these cat-cow stretches now, just in your own time. Whatever works for you, whatever feels like you need today, what your body needs, what pace you want to go at. Whether it's a more gentle, slower pace, whether you're feeling quite stiff and want to get that mobility through there, might want to go a little bit quicker through those. You're trying to get that mobility. You just want a nice relaxing stretch. And you can just do it nice and slowly. Good. Then we're just going to take the feet together at the back, taking the knees wide, walking the hands out in front of us, sinking those hips, those bums down into the heels, pressing through the fingertips, gently resting the head on the floor. Feel that elongation through the back there, just stretch through the back. Going to lift the right arm up to the sky, thread it through. Get that right ear to that right elbow. Get that stretch through the shoulder. Just wiggling around a little bit to feel that stretch, what feels nice for you. Bring the arm back through, coming back into the middle, and then just taking that left arm up to the sky, threading it through. Same again here, have a wiggle around, finding where you feel that stretch best through that shoulder. And then just coming back into center here. And then we're just going to gently come through onto the floor, lowering down. And then just bring the hands up to the chest. And just coming, not all the way up, just about halfway here. Feeling that stretch through the back there. Holding here for a couple of seconds and just gently lower down to the floor. come back into that same stretching. Just halfway, squeezing onto those glutes. We'll take the pressure off the lower back slightly. Think about elongating through the front, through the chest. Tilting the head up towards the sky, just nice and gently. Just trying to get that range of motion through the back there. Come down to the floor again. And then this time we're going to come all the way up, pressing through those hands. Straightening out the arms, tucking those elbows in. Again, squeeze onto those glutes just to take the pressure off that lower back. So we're feeling a nice stretch, we're not impinging the back in any way. And then we're just going to lower down again here, nice and gently, nice and slowly. Relaxing all the muscles when you get to the floor. And we're just going to take those arms out in front of us here, keeping them off the floor for a second. And then we're going to draw those arms back towards the chest and press through those hands again. Coming back up into that upward facing dog pose. Feeling that stretch up through the core. Just gently tilting the head back, but try not to tilt back too much, just whatever feels comfortable for you. You should feel nice stretches. So make sure you're listening to your body, knowing how your body feels, how your body's responding. Having a wiggle around if something doesn't quite feel right. Okay, lowering back down to the floor here again. And then we're just going to come onto the knees, bringing the knees together. And we're going to sit back into the heels, stretching those arms out again. But then this time we're going to lower the head down to the floor and then just draw those arms back. Taking the arms down by the sides. Then bringing those arms forwards again, coming back down, lowering all the way, stomach down to the floor. And then we're going to come back into that upward facing dog. And then we're going to gently look over our right shoulder. Doing that twist through the torso. Little rotation there. Back into center and then gazing over the left shoulder. And then back into center, lower down, nice and gently here. And then we're just going to grab on to right hand, just grabbing onto the right ankle. Pulling the heel in towards the bum. Just making sure you're not pulling too tight. You don't need any excess pull. If you can already feel that stretch and it feels comfortable, then just keep hold of it there. And just gently try to draw the heel closer towards the bottom. Making sure you're not feeling any tightness or any impingements in the knee. If you are, just ease off a little bit. Just feeling this stretch through the quads, through the thighs. And just gently release that leg. And coming round onto the other side. And then just release that foot there. This time we're going to take both arms round, grabbing on to both feet if you can. If this is enough, you can just stay in this position here. If you want to make this stretch a little more advanced, then we're just going to lift the top half of the body, so lifting that chest, lifting the torso up, and trying to lift the quads, the thighs off the floor a little bit. And just holding here. Just for a few more seconds. Just focus on the breathing. Nice and slow breaths. And release the feet, drawing the hands down towards the floor. And then just bring those hands up in front. We're going to press through into that upward facing dog again. And then we're going to tuck under the toes, pressing up through into a downward facing dog. Coming up onto the knees first if you need to before lifting into this position here. Pressing through those arms, really making a nice triangle position with the body. And then just gently walk the feet out, so dropping one knee at a time, pushing the opposite heel into the floor. Feeling that stretch through the calves, through the hamstrings. And then we're just going to drop the knees to the floor. And then just bringing the left foot up flat onto the floor. Just taking that right knee back slightly. So we're sort of in this position here. We've got that right angle, this one. And here we're just going to push the hips down. So we're not going forwards, we're just pushing down towards the floor. And then using that left arm to the same arm, to the same side of that front leg, we're just going to draw that arm up towards the sky and just take a little side bend here. And then come back into center. And then we're just going to straighten that front leg out. And then sitting back into the heel of the other leg, drawing the toes up towards us. Stretching through that calf and hamstring. And then just swing that left leg back round. Bring the right foot up now in front. We're going to take that nice hip flexor stretch here, so pushing down. And then draw the arm over, coming in to a side bend here as well. Reaching up and over with that arm. And use the other hand just to stabilize you if you're feeling a little off balance. And then straightening that front leg, pointing the toes towards us. And then swing that leg around, placing the hands back down onto the floor. Staying on these, just tuck the toes under, lift the knees up off the floor, coming back into that downward dog position. Pressing through those hands, pushing back into that, stretching through those back of those legs. And then just gently walk the hands back up towards the feet. Staying down here for a moment, just gently sway from side to side. Just checking in with the body here, making sure there's no tension anywhere. Make sure that that head is just bobbing along. Good. And then we're just gently going to start to come back up to standing. Go one vertebrae at a time. So we get to the top of the head, the last thing to come up. And then just give those shoulders a couple of rolls. Once you've got to the top, no rush. Get to the top, just coming up in your own time. And then I'm just going to take the feet about hip distance apart here. Take a nice deep breath in. Inhale and draw the arms up towards the sky. Interlock the fingers. Exhale and press those hands up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, bending over to the side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bending over to the other side. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, taking a little back bend, just nice and gently, nothing too strenuous. Inhale, back up. And then exhale, just fold down again. And just keep a little bit of a bend in the knees here. Just gently bobbing, just making sure that there's no tension. We're not holding any tension here, just making sure everything's nice and loose. And we're just going to tuck the fingers underneath the toes. And then bend those elbows, drawing the head down towards the floor. And then try and straighten the legs. And then relax. And then come back up. Vertebrae by vertebrae again, nice and slowly. Back up to standing. Roll those shoulders at the top. Good, okay. Here, we're going to come into a walkout. So we're going to take those arms up towards the sky. And then we're going to come over as if we're going over a barrel. Nice and gently down towards the floor. And then just start to walk the hands out into a high plank. And then here, lower down nice and slowly, low plank all the way down to the floor. Untuck the toes. And then just pop the forearms just in front, flat on the floor. And then we're just going to gently press up here. Stretching out that back again. And then this time, draw the hands back towards the chest, towards the armpits, sitting up, back into the heels, taking another child's pose here. And just going to walk the hands over to the left side. Feel that stretch through the right. Take a nice few deep breaths in through the nose here. Really deep into that right side, feel it expanding, feeling that stretch, deepen. And then walk the hands back into the middle, and then over to the right side. Again, taking another few nice deep breaths here. Back into center, And then just come up onto those knees, swivel around onto the back. And then just lower down all the way. So we're just lying gently on the floor. And then we're going to draw the right leg up, bent. Take the left hand over the top of the right knee. Right arm just out to the side in line with the shoulders. And just pulling that right knee across the body. Trying to keep the shoulders on the floor. Just pulling that across enough. Feel that twist through the back there. Just using the weight of your left hand to pull the knee towards the floor. Don't try and force it. Gently come back into centre, swapping over to the other side, bring the left knee up, take the right hand across the top of that knee, just gently pull it across the body. Just taking a little moment here to have a think about how each side may feel slightly different, may feel the same. You might notice the difference, you might not. But just knowing that it's okay to feel the difference if there is one. And just letting go of any expectations that each stretch on each side will always feel the same. Most of the time it won't. If you are a little bit tighter on one side, you can think more about seeing if that's affecting anywhere else in the body. Maybe just spend a little bit longer stretching those areas that you feel particularly tight. And then just come back in to centre here. Just take both legs, relaxing both legs onto the floor. Take the arms back behind the head. Just stretching those hands back, stretching the way through the fingertips, through the toes. Take some nice deep breaths in here. And exhale. Releasing any tension in that exhale. Inhale. Exhale, let go of any tightness. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And then just gently bring the feet in towards the body. And just lifting the feet up. And then just let those knees roll over to one side. Whichever side you fancy, whichever feels nicer for you. And then just come into a fetal position on this side for a moment. And then just gently pressing up through the hands, bringing yourself up into a seated position, just nice and slowly. And then just sitting down, sitting up nice and tall, giving those shoulders a nice little roll here. Releasing off any tension there, taking a nice deep breath in. And exhale, let it all go. Good, thank you so much guys. I hope you're feeling nice and relaxed after that session and feeling a little less stiff.